are still out here at Wallitsch Garden Center, and I'm joined by Jeff. We've been talking all morning long about these beautiful plants you have here at Wallitsch. But right now, we're going to do a really fun demo.
Yep.
Right, so this demo is for outdoor centerpieces. And, you know, like I was saying in the last segment, I'm an outdoors guy, but I'm not really a plant sort of guy, you know?
Okay.
So what are we really doing here? How do we start?
So one thing that I love to do is container garden.
Okay.
Container garden is low commitment. You can switch things out. It's seasonal. It's great for porches and patios, or if you have a small apartment or a small home and you can't get out and landscape and do all that stuff. Container gardening is where you can have your color, you can have your little small kind of intimate garden.
Yeah.
And that's what's one thing that's great about container gardening too. And then you can move it to different spaces, you can switch things out throughout the season. It's just a really fun way of just kind of like changing, it's basically kind of changing your decor throughout the season.
Yeah, of course. I think container gardening would be really good for me because you just mentioned small apartments, right?
Yep.
That's where I live. But, you know, why is Derby time sort of the best time of year to start doing this?
So we always have said, just a rule of thumb, Derby time is usually your frost-free day here in Kentucky. So that's when a lot of people come out and they get their, summer plants, they get their herbs, they get their vegetables, trees and shrubs. So Derby is kind of one of those, times of year where everybody comes out and they're ready for, to spring and summer up their landscape.
Yeah, of course. So are we going to actually be putting these in here?
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, let's go ahead and start that.
I always start with a base. This is what we call a dipladenia, and this is something that's going to last all summer long, and it's going to bloom all summer long,
It's
too.
very pretty. Oaks Day inspired.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
I know I did kind of the red and pink kind of for Oaks and Derby.
Yeah, of course.
But have a container. One thing, pick any container you want, just as long as it has a drainage hole in the bottom. We filled up here with our potting soil, and then basically we're just taking, a lot of times we'll do our summer annuals for our container plants, but we're basically just creating.
It's that as simple as that.
Our little design here.
Of course.
And we do the cram and shove method, so we're always adding, more than what we need.
Right,
But
yeah.
hey, it's instant gratification.
It is, and it's already turning out to look so much better than it just was. This is like a bouquet of flowers, but it's slightly
live.
different.
Yeah, and it lasts a lot longer than like your traditional, cut flower arrangement.
Yeah, of course.
Also like to add herbs into containers, especially because they're dual purpose and you can, use them in cooking. And then I also recommend if you want to do mint, to put that in a container. So you can always add mint to your, custom containers that you have outside.
Wonderful.
And then you kind of have this beautiful arrangement that's going to have for your Derby party and last you all summer long.
Yeah, that is beautiful. And you also have just indoor options too. I mean, this right here, right?
If you don't have a big spot, you can just have that's also a great hostess gift too.
Yeah, of course. Well, thank you so much for talking to me today, Jeff. Yeah, we're going to be back soon. We're going to be talking some indoor plants. This is more outdoor centerpiece, but we do have that indoor inspiration right here. But if you guys want to learn more, just go on down to wallitsch.net for more.